Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome you to another episode of Here's What I Think with your host, Charles Sabansi, where we discuss everything from current events, economics, politics, and how it all affects business and life. Let's get into this topic here. Today, we have a very serious story in store for you guys. And actually, it's a continuation. As you guys know, Sean P. Diddy Combs, his homes got raided a number of months ago under suspicion of sex trafficking, racketeering, and all of that. And at the time that the feds made their raids, they hit his home in Miami and they also hit his home in Los Angeles. It was a major spectacle, made headlines all over the world. Everyone was discussing this. But ever since that raid, we hadn't heard much since, except the video that dropped with him and his former partner, Cassie Ventura, of him assaulting her in a hotel lobby, and it was a very gruesome video. That was the video, I believe, that broke the straw on the camel's back. Up until that point, I think some people were reserving judgment for him. Some people were still holding out hope on whether or not they were going to basically say, "Look, we're done with this guy. He's a menace, and something needs to be done." But once that video came out, I mean, it was over for him. It was absolutely over for him. And in the midst of all of that, we've all been sitting back waiting. Well, okay, after the raise, we haven't heard anything. Months have gone by, but there have been some people out there that have been saying that, look, you should expect for him to be arrested in September. One of those people has been Gene Deal, his former bodyguard. He said that he believes that an arrest would come in September, and that is exactly what happened last night. According to reports, he was arrested in New York in his hotel lobby, and we're reading from multiple reports. I'm going to read through some articles that we have here. One of them is from TMZ, and it says, Diddy arrests by feds in New York City after grand jury indictment. It says, just a couple of hours before Diddy got busted, he was confidently strolling around NYC with his son, Christian Combs. He even stopped to greet some fans and take selfies. The law enforcement sources tell TMZ Diddy's arrest was scheduled for Tuesday, but something happened that caused the feds to move in a day earlier. However, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams says federal agents took him based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. Diddy was arrested and taken into federal custody in New York Monday night, TMZ has learned. Sources tell TMZ Homeland Security swooped in a Midtown hotel late Monday where Diddy was staying, and they arrested him. We have unconfirmed reports the feds are searching his hotel room. That's one particular source. Now, I want to quickly give you guys a quick update. Earlier this afternoon, there was actually a live video showing, federal agents basically explaining why they arrested him. And they were going through all of the various charges. Essentially, what he's being charged with is sex trafficking and racketeering. They went into details on weaponry that they found, various things that they found in terms of, at the scene, in terms of, 1,000 bottles of lube and all of this. Some pretty gruesome details. I also want to get into a little bit of the details in terms of the indictment from a BBC article that we want to read from. It says, Sean Diddy Combs arrested in New York City. And then continues on. What we know about the accusations against Diddy. His arrest was made in connection with an ongoing investigation by U.S. Homeland Security officials. Multiple law enforcement sources told the BBC's U.S. partner CBS News. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, confirmed the arrest in a statement on Monday. Earlier this evening, federal agents arrested Sean Combs based on a sealed indictment filed by the SDNY, the prosecutor said. He said the office plans to unseal the indictment on Tuesday morning and will have more to say at that time. Combs faces a number of civil lawsuits, including allegations that he argued an underage girl and tried to groom a producer and force him to have bleep with another man. His lawyer said on Monday night that Mr. Combs was looking forward to clearing his name in court. We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution, said in a written statement to the BBC. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and a proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his family, and working to uplift the Black community. The rapper's legal problems began in November 2023 when Ms. Ventura filed a lawsuit, and the article goes on to say a few other things. As I said earlier at the beginning of the show, they had a briefing where they spoke to the press, basically explaining why they brought him in on the various charges, which is surrounded or really centered on racketeering and sex trafficking. Now, what are my thoughts on this? What does this mean if P. Diddy's found guilty? Well, obviously, if he is found guilty, he's going to go to jail. That's the first thing, right? So if he's found guilty. But let's take it a step further. What does this mean ultimately? I think that his legacy took a major hit when the video surfaced of him and Cassie. Prior to that, it was a joke. People were making jokes about him and no Diddy and all of these different things. It was a joke. But when that video surfaced, it became a very, very serious situation, because at that point, we could actually see for ourselves. And if you were on the fence on whether or not you were supporting him or believing some of the things that he was saying, there was no, I mean, it was crystal clear that there were no more gray areas at that moment. That was a gruesome video, right? And ever since then, his legacy has taken a serious hit. If he does go to jail, it would be unlike anything we have ever seen before. If you think of where he was, P. Diddy was basically a billionaire. He was a music icon. He had been in the music business now for decades. He had been known for bringing out, memorable acts like the Notorious B.I.G., Mace, Total, and the list goes on and on and on. And all, if you think of all of the things that he's done in the business world, so to see his empire come crumbling down this way is jarring. Obviously, this is just the first step. Now the case is going to start, and we're going to, get more details as more information comes out. But for me, this is a major, major blow to his legacy. And now it looks like, this thing is serious. This thing is absolutely serious. So the question to the audience is this. Number one, what do you think about them arresting P. Diddy? Number two, how do you see this thing playing out? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we'll catch you guys on the next show and keep you updated. Peace.